Seminole State family. Welcome to Research Rally Live. We are faculty librarians here at Seminole State College of Florida, and I'm Nicole.
I'm Jason.
And I'm Ross.
And we want to spend the next 30 minutes doing research with you. We are about to search, sift, sort, and suss our way through several sources. As always, we want to hear from you in the chat, especially if you have a research question. But before we get into that, let's find out a little bit about what is my script going on at Seminole State this week. I know. One day I'm going to memorize the thing. That's the goal, and it'll be better. Okay. So a little plug before we get into this research thing. Raider Connect. If we don't have Andrea here to tell us what's going on, and if you want to know what's going on, Raider Connect is the place to be. You simply Google Raider Connect. It'll be at the top, or SSE Raider Connect. Make sure that you're signed in the top right-hand corner. And for Nicole, I'm signed in so I can see absolutely everything that could be possibly available and posted on Raider Connect at Seminole State College of Florida. So this is what we're doing right now. Woot! Okay, that was so cringe. Can we wait? Hold on. It's been a while.
Did you woot? What are we doing?
I haven't played this in so long, and I just have to cringe.
Nice.
It's one of my specialties. Okay, but get on to it. I'm going to view more events. I've got a preview right here of the next few things going on, including tonight, Nightberry at Sanford Lake Mary Library. But anything, we've got some final stuff, de-stress. Let's go ahead and focus on that. Things to help you calm down, relax, get focused, and get assistance with focusing on finals. Maybe some snacks and coffee, some coloring, puzzles with other students. And really cool dogs, very popular. The therapy dogs are coming back.
Really cool dogs.
Meditation and mandala. Is that that thing that we talked about?
No, that is not the Mandela effect. That is a mandala.
Okay,
Yeah.
That is a geometry configuration, usually with sand, and you build it, and it takes years and years and years. But in the chat, let us know, do you go to Raider Connect or do you use the Quark app, or both? Let us know in the chat. This is a participatory show. Thank you, everyone, for putting your name in and putting your IDS 1107 professor's name in. And let us know that. And then let us know if Nicole, Ross, or I, or any of your embedded librarians, or who your embedded librarian is. We are here to help you your entire learning journey, not only in this class, but in all of your classes at Seminole State. Back to you, Nicole.
Jason, I thought you said there was something like about 3.2 million people RSVP'd, and
it doubled. That's 6.4 million. It doubled. We doubled it.
But I don't. That's not what I'm seeing on those.
They're from all over the world. They're tuned in. They're tuned in. Whether or not they're logged in is a different story. They are tuned in. We are affecting minds.
Okay. So as we do every week, we have a research question, and we go through the process. And there's lots to the research process. And as we always say, we couldn't possibly do the complete process of researching and developing a topic in a 30-minute show. But we're going to do what we can here and illustrate certain points. And these are behaviors, and not just behaviors, but ways of thinking, critical thinking, that you can apply to school and to personal use. So if we are in your embedded class and we tell you, hey, look at the author and examine their credibility in the field of study that your research is in. I mean, do it if you're searching up how to train your dog and have them do new tricks. If it's an old dog, probably won't be able to do new tricks, but I mean, do the research.
Nicole, a lot of people use Raider Connect, and then not a lot of people use the Quark app. So people are tuned in to Raider Connect. And now we've switching gears, and are NFTs the ultimate scam, students? How do we start? What do we do? What's an NFT? Do we start there?
So we're asking you. Shout out in the comments.
Yeah, we kind of have to, right, Ross? I mean,
yeah, I don't fully understand what an NFT is. I have a concept of what an NFT is, but I guess where it starts to break down for me is I can just right click and save as any image. So I don't know what makes an NFT image more valuable than the image that I just saved.
Yeah, and you bring up a good point. And usually the first thing I do is I go to webstersdictionary.com, I go online and I search for a definition of what that word is. And again, hypothetically, students, we're asking you to engage in the chat. We've all just been given this. This is our new topic. All of us are doing the same topic. Are NFTs the ultimate scam? And I think before I can get into the scam part, to go back to my Webster's Dictionary, do you think the 3 letters NFT are actually in there as an abbreviation? I'm arguing that it's probably not, and it's probably spelled out. How do you search for something if you don't know the phonetic spelling?
Well, you got to start there. And your first source that you use to determine what does NFT stand for or blah, 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 that might not be a source that you literally put on your works cited for your paper. You know what I mean? Like, you can do research and sources that aren't going to end up on your reference list or works cited. That's totally normal. Now, I ended up on this topic because I randomly saw a random article on the internet. And speaking of not really knowing what NFTs are, I've heard of them before. But when I saw this article that I'm going to put up, my instinct was to say, the NFTs are such a scam. And I put in the question, ultimate scam, which, by the way, I love introducing vocabulary words, superlatives. If we say something is the ultimate or the absolute, we need to be careful with those types, that type of language, because we are really promising something big, right? If we say ultimate scam, I mean, what does that mean? Bigger than any other scam?
No.
That's a big promise.
No, there's bigger scams, Nicole. There has to be.
Okay, so,
a Ponzi scheme is a bigger scam than an NFT, although it's arguable.
Ponzi scheme with NFTs?
You could.
Could.
Because I could pay you in them, and then you could just take them. But thank you to Sean and thank you to Brandon. Okay, so we know it's non-fungible token. So now are we looking that up?
Out. Okay.
Yeah, take the ultimate out. Is it a scam? Are NFTs a scam?
Let's stick with that. That would be a better place to start if this was our actual research part. Okay.
Shirley's in the house.
See, people know. People know these things.
Okay. So if you guys already know, you're one step ahead of the rest of the class. Remember, we're all in a class here today. And so what are we putting in? Are we asking? Are we putting that in a Google search, Nicole? Are we going to the databases and saying, is it a scam or not? Like, again, we're all researching the same topic.
Okay, and I'll just set up the context again. I'm using myself as an example. Like, I made the mistake of kind of getting making an assumption about this topic based on my lack of knowledge. Okay, again, I've heard of NFTs. I didn't really understand them. I don't understand blockchain completely. I don't understand crypto completely. So here's the story that's easily found on the web that kind of combines all those things. This is how I found it again after I told Ross about it. Crypto man eating banana art. Now, I added in Forbes because if I just do crypto man eating banana art, okay, I don't want the video. I know I read an article, okay, and I feel like it wasn't any of these like popular kind of like pedestrian news type websites.
Because it's not a news story. it's trash.
So hold on. But then I'm Forbes, pretty official. All right, let's find it. Let's open it up.
It's kitsch. It's not a news story. It's this man spent
Jason,
6.2 million.
You're the resident art expert.
Yes.
So you've heard of this, Jason, right?
This went down at Art Basel, which is this weekend. It's always the first weekend in December in Miami. That's the Art Basel Miami version. And this guy, you could see his name in there, Mauricio Catalan, did it as a joke. This was all kind of a joke, and taped the banana. And that became the big deal at Art Basel, right? I mean, you have.
So this is the art.
Well, I think you got to put it in air quotes, Nicole. I really do. I don't think that's subjective. I don't think it's art at all. Anyway, so this is what happened. So the comedian put that on the thing and do and blah blah blah. And $6.2 million later, not NFTs but real money, dollar bills, y'all. Was a transaction transpired, and then the guy just ate it. And now we're talking about it. There's real art there, by the way.
And then he made it. I can't find it. I might have to do a Control F. And then he made it into like that. Since he owned it, he made a NFT, a non-fungible token for ownership of.
Got it.
Find it. Control F.
And then he ate it.
Yeah. So the art is gone, or
but it isn't. It's in the NFT.
Mhm.
And this is where we're getting into real dollars and donuts here. So it's
Okay,
in the
so maybe-
NFT, and then he ate it. So the quote unquote original art, if we're calling it that, again, tongue in cheek with air quotes, that's
Honestly,
gone.
I'm shook, Jason, because I thought you would think this was art. Because
I
feel like
okay.
okay,
So
but
here's
is
the
it
other two.
Explain to me why you don't think this is art. I have to know.
So this is really comparable to Marcel Duchamp. So Duchamp, basically in the early 1900s, it was like all this art stuff. You guys are all crazy. I'm just gonna get a
It's
toilet.
right here.
Yeah, you have the Armut. You have it?
It's
Oh, there it is, right there.
reference to this
There it is. Okay, so there it is. So there's Armut. So you can see on the left-hand side, the left, there's tags. There's a writing on there, and it just says Armut. I think there's a year on there. So that becomes art, and you could see it on there. I think from left and right, we have a Rothko in the back, and we have clearly there's some art there, and this is at the San Francisco MoMA. But that stands the test of time to question what is art and what isn't art. Is a toilet with something written on it, a non-working toilet, just a toilet bowl, porcelain, written in 1917 maybe is when he did it. Is that the same as in 2023 or 2022 when this went down and the guy taped with duct tape a banana on the wall? I don't see the similarity. I think that's already kind of been done. Now, Banksy, there's another article in this article. If you control find, Nicole, there's a Banksy.
Mm-hmm.
When Banksy at the auction house clicked on the shredder, and then the shredder in real time, much to the onlookers aghast, to see the artwork that was shredded in real time. But unfortunately,
after the guy bought it, after somebody bought it.
Now, I think that's
before they bought.
No, it was when they pressed the button at the auction. As soon as somebody bought it and said, "Oh, $1 million," and then bang the gavel, all of a sudden Banksy in real life, in real time, clicked the button, and then it started shredding, and then it stopped. The shredding machine stopped. So now you have half of a shredded piece of art, which is a Banksy, in the shredder. Now that's a keepsake. Like, don't throw that away. That's worth 10 times more than what it was a second ago when the gavel just went off. However, the problem that we're talking about here, Nicole, and you asked my opinion, so don't get me started, is it the banana. Please. The banana can go away. The banana can die, right? I mean, it's not that it's living, but I mean, it can, over time, it can erode and it become messy and it can become not anything at all. So the fact that he ate it, he was almost doing justice to the artwork, if you will. And I don't know what he did with the tape and what he did with the peel, but you guys know it's going to decompose. It's going to rot away. So the fact that he took the NFT of it, that's the real artwork now. It is morphed. Nicole, if me and Ross go out to the corner here and we spray paint, Nicole's cool, Ross is cool, Jason cool, and then somebody over there tags that out and then puts the word not, it's taken on a life of its own. That's the beauty of street art. That's the beauty of street graffiti. It takes on a life of its own. You can't control it anymore. So is this art? I don't think it was art originally, but now that the guy made the NFT of the thing that we're talking about, yes, I think the NFT is art. Now, I don't know how much that costs now. Did you get all that, students? I'd like a 2,500 word essay based on that response.
And like, for that conversation, okay, so there is you're talking about, okay, if it's physically the banana can like degrade, so it is like gone. Okay, correct. But there's also digital degradation. So arguably, how are we preserving, like, and if NFT is a digital asset, like right here, like Sean is saying, it's a digital asset that could represent a physical asset. It is a thing, but it's not like you can't touch it. Like, you can touch Duchamp's the Armut toilet.
You're not supposed to touch the artwork in the museum. Please don't touch the artwork in the museum. Don't touch it.
But isn't the idea of the art, which transcends a physical existence, that I can literally put I don't have a banana, but I have a plastic croissant. Like, doesn't the idea transcend the physical existence of it? So that's why arguably I'd say,
I think arguably is your word. This is a good argument to have. This is something to put into Art Basel or something at an art thing. The guy became a whole whatever. Hey, I'm a comedian. I told you earlier today, Nicole, the worst part of the story is the poor worker in New York City or wherever he was. I don't know where he was, but the guy who sold the banana for 35 cents. And then this other guy's like, I'll buy it for 6.25 million. The guy who sold the banana should have got some money. I mean, come on. Like, he's trying.
Was he involved? Did he have acknowledgement or some kind of hand in creating that art? because the banana wasn't art until the guy said, "This is my art," and he taped the banana to the wall.
Hey,
So
it's very true. If
we
somebody
can
comes
talk
over to a building that I own and it's Banksy and they put up a Banksy, I'm taking that entire piece of the wall down and I'm going over to Sotheby's or I'm going to some auction house and I'm selling that immediately. Now, I might not even own that building. I might just take it. Real talk here. There's the guy. And look, it just became a picture. The guy, I think the real worst part of this whole story, whether you think art is valuable or what the art, the price is, he just did this just for the publicity and he spent $6-something million and there's people who need food and shelter and he just did that just to get, it's the same picture, by the way, Nicole. If you guys noticed that, whoever took this, Peter Parks, you could see the citation up there, Peter Parks from Getty Images right up there on top. That one picture, you can argue that this is what he paid for. And he's got the flag. I don't know how he made a microphone flag. That's called a flag on the microphones there with the taped banana on there. So he did all this as a publicity stunt. Do you think that's worth 6 point something million?
Hyper branding. Now, Ross, you knew something interesting about this banana.
Well, just what I read is that it is actually kind of a rare banana that he ate. So, I mean, I get really geeky sometimes and watch like rare food videos on YouTube, and like there are a lot of like fruits that are very, very difficult to find. And I think this banana might have been part of that whole scene too. So there was a little bit of value in it on that level, I guess. I still don't understand how we get to the NFT.
Yeah, exactly. How do we get No, you can see, Nicole, this is where the research has taken us. We've kind of gone on a sidebar and I've gone on a soapbox here against this guy.
Context, but this is all context. And I think that's a very important part of the research process that students and anyone could even accidentally undervalue. Like, you need to know more about the context around your topic. It will help inform you for your further research because it's iterative. You have to do multiple searches. You have to go to diverse sources of information. So this is only going to help us. If this was really what we were going to do a paper on, this conversation would definitely help us with that. And blah, 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 NFT. But I feel like, okay, so he did in fact, because now I'm confused. I thought, did he?
Oh, wow, it was 2019. Oh, it was 2019. It was a few years ago.
Why is this coming up now?
Well, he bought it. It went to auction. And maybe, Ross, if it is super rare, and I'm not questioning that, but if it has a rare thing, maybe that's why it hasn't degraded, like it hasn't gone away over these few years. If it was 2019 and it's 2024, that banana should be gonzo
or something.
Okay. So,
and students, what are we doing? How are we looking for this information? How do we know if it's a scam? Are we putting in NFT? Are we putting out non-fungible tokens? What do we start with? Is scam the right word? Remember, we're all in this hypothetical class. Let's do it.
NFTs. Are NFTs dead? I mean, I never searched that still, but I never searched that on this computer before, so it's filling that in. But are NFTs a scam? I'm just going to ask. And
use the chat, students. What is an NFT? You guys can say all this. It's a scam. It's a that and this. But if somebody gave you $6.25 million for a picture, I don't think you'd be saying it's a scam, would you?
Reddit.
Am I wrong?
I mean, Ross, you're a Reddit expert.
Ross, Reddit.
Just a quick take from Reddit. NFTs are a scam to get people to buy crypto, which is also a scam. I was afraid to say that, figuring I would get bashed for it. Any thoughts? That you haven't gone in the Reddit rabbit hole?
The first thing I see is that it's on the scam subreddit. So
correct.
I mean,
and then the second one is no stupid questions, but are NFTs a scam? So that's a stupid question. That's Reddit. That's the world of Reddit.
Okay. So that's telling me.
And we're not using Quora. Yeah, and look at the site, students, as these are coming up. How do you evaluate these sites? There's Norton, that's kind of the ad blocker. There's the Manhattan District Attorney's Office. So now we're getting into fraud.
I can buy a fake one by accident. I better not do that. I'm going to click on their website.
And fraud would be a good example here, Nicole, of where, sorry, you snooze, you lose. Thanks, NYPD page, nothing there. I was going to actually argue that might go into my paper, right? If it's a fraud, then it's illegal. But if it's a scam and I'm just losing my money, I still own the thing, don't I? Mm-hmm. So it's not like I got taken for something else.
Is it more like investing? Like it's like a wise investment or something?
Okay, so we're getting a
I
little
don't
bit
know.
technical. Are NFTs a wise investment? See, there's a lot of different ways of asking a question. That's basically like the iterations of like keyword searches, basically asking the same question different ways.
And you guys see kind of
I
how
am like,
you see how Google's gone AI a little bit now in the chat. What do you students? What do you guys think of that on the top results? If you scroll back up just a little bit, and then they give you the little link, and then the link clicks over there. Do you guys like this AI overview?
To that,
I don't think it's going anywhere.
I like that it gives links.
You like these links?
I like that it provides links for where it's pulling its information from. That's what Copilot has done for a long time, and some of the other AI tools do. It makes me feel a little bit better about the information, at least.
Hey guys, over on the right-hand side,
Copilot in our Microsoft.
Palm Pilot.
We have Copilot. All the students
Copilot.
watching, anyone that goes to the college or works at the college, you have Copilot in your. You find it in your 365, your Microsoft 365, where your student email is.
Another keyword other than fraud that I liked is over on the right-hand side, risk. So benefits and risk.
Risk,
yeah. So now I'm using benefit, risk, not scam anymore, but fraud, and then also maybe investment. These are some of the keywords that I would try to either
like
look up or weave in, because again, if you say it's a scam, that's kind of an argument. You can't really prove it.
Pedestrian is my favorite word today. That's kind of a pedestrian term from what we're talking about, but like risk or investment, those are like some elevated vocabulary that might bring us into the world of finance and people talking about it that have more knowledge of it and that actually work with it. So yes, I this is good. Things with little to no functional value sell for millions. Well, hey.
But what about the last sentence? But I take 6.5 million for banana any day. What's up, Shar? We got you.
That's how you know someone has so much money that they're just like, I'll buy this for like $6 million. Sure.
Well, that's my point. And then not only to buy it, but like you were saying, use it as like a marketing scam or something, or a scheme. I don't even know who that. I don't know who. But what happens when that story dies out? Now you're out 6 point whatever. I don't know. I think
he was nervous because there's sweat on his lip.
Really?
And that makes me think that's. I mean, I'm an investigator. I'm looking. I'm a detective. That's what librarians do.
Let's zoom in on sweat lip here. Is it in the chat, students? Students, is that sweat lip?
Shiny. I think there's sweat on his. Now, granted, it might have been hot in there. He's got the double-breasted jacket on, but it's November and it's in Manhattan, right? Is he in Manhattan or is he at Art Basel in Miami?
He's not at Art Basel in Miami. He's just in some room somewhere. Here's a new research question. Do rare bananas taped to walls that cost 6.25 million give you a sweaty upper lip when you eat them? That's a new research
topic. When you buy them for $6 million, you might kind of think maybe I'm regretting this.
This article, when you go back there, it said as soon as he won it, he was shocked, and then he decided a minute later to eat the banana. That's basically what he said in there. So he knew. But my point being is, all we're looking at it's when you say is the banana thing art, push that aside momentarily and then come back. Now we're just talking about the guy in the picture. We're no longer really talking about the artwork or the wall or the comedian's approach, right? Are we? We're just talking about this guy. We're not even talking about the NFT.
That's what he wants.
That's exactly what he wants. That's my point. As he paid, this is a $6.25 million commercial for himself.
I'm okay. So this guy is a crypto billionaire. And
He's a
then
creeper.
when we did a previous search, the Reddit posts, which, we could argue that's not like maybe the most credible thing to look at right off the bat, but I did see crypto and NFTs kind of conflated together as that they might relate. And so that got me thinking, again, like scam, crypto, NFTs, I'm getting a little bit of confirmation bias here. I would definitely have to dig further to see if I can find other connections between crypto and NFTs. And then again, keep sniffing out, are they a scam, or why would someone say they're a scam? And why would someone say they're legit? I mean, we know people, Ross, correct me if I'm wrong, you know someone that's bought an island and is living on Paradise Island because 20 years ago, everyone thought they were crazy for buying Bitcoin, and they were like, and now they're gone.
I mean, I don't know the guy, but I know of the guy.
We
used to trade records in the same circles.
Okay.
But I think you were saying it a moment ago, but I just want to come back. Are we saying that NFTs and cryptocurrency are the same thing? Is that what you said, Nicole? Or you were
Not that they're
at
the
a
same thing,
crossroads of
but
not knowing what they both are?
that they're like in the same realm. Ross,
So
you know what?
Let's
What
put a
do you
pin
mean?
in it, and we're academics, and we're doing the scholarly paper. Would you add
Yeah.
this to your paper? Would you say another thing I don't understand is a scam or not? Would you
Like,
open it
I
up
would-
to maybe further research? Because I don't
Like,
hate
I wanna
it.
see what else can I find that like.
Okay, here's a scam. Here's an.
Pretty good.
I would probably in my paper I'd probably start looking at other scams, and we talked about some in the chat. The students are filling up the chat. Maybe when you have to buy a new television or a new electronic, and what do they try to do? Give you a warranty? Is a warranty a scam? So now is my paper turning into just scams in general that we don't need? Because again, we're all thinking about this same topic. Once again, it's scrolling at the bottom of the screen, but we all have different unique points of view. And so we're all going to go in different areas. And I was just wondering if you were going to add the Bitcoin and the crypto to the NFT, are we just talking cyber stuff now? Because you can buy
When
information
I'm
on the
researching
black
one
web.
thing, I'm finding information on the other, and so that's kind of making me be like, I might have to spider vein out and know more
Yeah.
about crypto because again, I feel like there's a connection. Like he's a crypto billionaire. I know it's just a lot of sniffing out for sure. Okay, so the blockchain exists and it is a record of the NFTs, right? Is that correct? I think a student in the comments actually brought that up.
I think I'm too old. I don't know.
Okay, but it's
I just-
it's on the internet, right? So
okay.
but I can't can I get a piece of paper that says like these are my NFTs that I own and here's the blockchain. Can I print out the blockchain? At my home printer, not my work printer. We're doing
We
NFTs
sound
now.
old.
We're
We
old.
are. Okay. I would argue that NFTs are not a scam the same way paint isn't. I would look into popular NFT users and determine if NFTs are likely to be a scam. Nuanced. You can't just
And-
stereotype and say
Yeah.
all NFTs this and all NFTs that. Okay.
And at the same time, too, I'm guessing the three of us, I don't know about everyone in the chat, but aren't we NFT lists at this point? The three of us? I mean, I'll admit, I have no NFT.
I don't.
Okay.
And if
However,
someone accused-
I've crypto.
But however, if we had that little in our pocket, tucked away, 6.25 million NFT, now is it a scam? So this goes back to the paint, right? This kind of goes back to that bias. Like when we're writing our paper, scam for what? Who's getting bilked out of the money
scam
here?
who is the victim? Who is the perpetrator?
Who's the
So
victim?
there's-
Who's the perpetrator?
there's
What's
a
the
leader
risk
in
and
the
what's the
scam?
reward? That person spent their own money, didn't they? So they bought whatever it was, just like you bought paint, just like you buy shoes at the store, whatever it is. So again, scam for what? Who got scammed? I think of a scam of almost like a mugging or like a robbery, right? When you get a call and you're like, "Hey, you haven't paid. We're a collection agency. Give us your social security number and we'll give you all the money." Like, and then they just take all your stuff and you have nothing. That's not a transaction. There's no purchase there. There's no investment. This is an investment. Would you agree?
Look what I found.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't you buy a house, maybe Ross, for $100,000 and maybe you'll sell it for $200,000? And isn't that an investment?
sure. I mean, I can see that point.
Where's my scam?
Another connection.
I guess that's where I'm at right now. How am I getting scammed? Help me understand.
Well, here's a clue. If we were going to continue our research, if we didn't have only just like 1 minute left, blockchain and cryptocurrency LibGuide page from a library at a college, Skyline College. And NFTs are in the top of the page. I mean, there's a connection. I don't have time to look at it now. Probably never will because honestly, this stuff breaks my brain. I've got to be honest. I like to think of NFT as shares of a stock. Well, there you go. Okay.
But shares of a stock is an
Wow.
investment. It's not a scam unless the company goes belly up and they were bad. I think I'm making my point here. Maybe I'm making it for my own self. I'm not sure.
Going a little bit in circles, but again, this is really, it's very nuanced. And I see that Sean has a really cool understanding of this. So I'm glad he was here today to enlighten us. And who is that?
I don't know, but Sean, we got put him back
Yeah,
up. Sean
thank
also
you.
has the best picture of the day. Hold on, we gotta get that. Go Sean. This was about
thanks,
digital
Sean.
contracts are non-enforceable, meaning people can just but run away with the money you gave them, but you had to get something in return. If you didn't get something in return, that's robbery, or that's a theft or a heist. So if you did get
That's what I'm
something in
saying.
return,
online.
But if you
It's
got
like,
scammed, the person got scammed. They gave the money away knowingly, thinking they were going to get something in return, and you did. You got an NFT. Now, is it worth $1 million today? I don't know. Is it worth 8 cents? I don't know.
you have to
But
decide.
if you've ever heard of a house before, the house is only worth how much someone's willing to buy. So, I mean, if you can put it up for $1 billion, but if nobody's going to buy it, what are you going to do with the price? Lower, lower, lower until somebody says, oh, $1. You know, oh my God, that's how much the money is worth. But I put so much money into this house. Bro, I'm paying you $1. Take it or leave it. And you go, oh, okay. So I'm just saying, if you get something in return, the NFT, you've purchased something. And if it's a scam, then it's not worth any money, but you made that purchase. It's not the same as a stock. A stock, you're invested in the company. If the company goes belly up, you go belly up. That's the gamble. That is the risk, which I would put back into my paper, the risk.
Good point.
Just stun
Wow,
everyone.
well, I bet we have some people watching that need some credit. Jason, do you have an
Yes.
attendance link?
I do. What would you like me to
Okay,
do with it?
listen. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. Not you guys, but everyone watching. Thank you
Oh.
for joining us today. And remember, we are librarians. We are here to assist you with research, citations, and information needs. There's no question too big, no question too small, no question too weird. Trust me, we've heard it all, and we want to hear it all. We can save you time. We can save you stress. So why haven't we heard from you yet? We're here. We're just, see this? You can just call us, whatever you want to do.
I got one
You
of
can make
those.
it a research appointment, call us, chat. And if you like hanging out with librarians, we do this every week during the academic semester, and we have lots of videos for tutorials, events, different things. So subscribe. And we are so close to 2,000 subscribers. We have enough people in this live stream right now to bring us to 2,000. I'm just saying.
We
no
do.
Crash,
We
no
do.
All right,
crash.
Yep, no
I'll
crash.
subscribe.
It's a
Yeah, thank you for
completely,
subscribing.
optional thing.
There's the
All
link.
right.
The link is in the chat. Go ahead and click that link once. And then I want to bring up Sean's point really quick. Well, I think NFTs should be tied to an asset. They were tied to an asset, and the guy ate it. So now he only has the picture. So again, it's losing its value is very subjective, Sean. Would you agree? And everyone watching, like the value goes up and down. Yesterday, gas
And
was
that
this.
guy was nervous
Today,
about
gas
it
is
because
this.
he had sweat on his upper lip. He was like,
Sweat
I might have made the wrong
lip.
decision tonight.
I think if there was one major takeaway today, it was sweat lip. I think that was it. And whoever said something about a
Maybe
sweat
that's
lip
right,
meme, if you
upper
guys
lip.
can get that and send it to us.
Might have made the wrong decision.
If you can make a sweat lip
All right.
meme and send it to us, we would like that very much. Okay, we got to go do Nightberry tonight, everybody. Come do karaoke in the library. Thank you for watching. Thank you.
Bye.
Click the link for attendance. Ah.